And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend Cheap Loots in the flesh, and not a clone, and not an AI, back in front of you on the small screen or the big screen. Though I would say, please don't watch me on like a 74-inch TV. Not because there's anything particularly wrong with that. It's just like I feel like if you have a piece of large equipment like that, I feel like it's probably better to use said equipment to watch like anything else. Let's talk about the new cards that we got. NBA 2K23, my team, coming out. We got the Glorious set. I'll be honest, I'm not really that excited, and that's just because, like every set that we've seen in recent memory, it's extremely top heavy. Even the cards that are Invincibles and not Dark Matters, there's going to be obviously layers to this. So, Blake Griffin, OG Anunoby, John Stockton, great. Sick. That's what I've been waiting for. John Stockton. I got off work today and I was like, yo, I can't wait to go talk about John Stockton. Brandon Ingram. Once again, Lakers Brandon Ingram. I just don't know why they hate Pelicans Brandon Ingram so much. Like, he just doesn't get Pelican cards. It's like the last two of them have been Lakers Brandon Ingram, which for a multitude of reasons, it's wrong. Like, he wasn't his best self on the Lakers, but whatever. Alas, let's keep going. Lauri Markkanen, who's going to be a demon. I'm going to say that right now. Like, I'm not even going to get into the card yet, but like Lauri Markkanen's going to be fire. Chris Middleton, I guess, cool. I mean, he makes the all-Buck squad, I guess. Josh Smith again. I just feel like as much as I like OG Anunoby, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Smith, I feel like we've seen those guys too much already. I just feel like there's other cards that could have been in this position that we could see instead. That's just me, like maybe Greg Ostertag. Or if you want to talk about like a legitimate, I don't know, someone who's a little bit more worthy, for lack of a better term. Let's see. Like Fernando Martin, or maybe like Bill Laimbeer, or Bill Laimbeer would have fit the theme too. I mean, just like Christian Laettner even, I guess, or like Kurt Thomas. Give Kurt Thomas a card. It's just like somebody else. I don't know, man. I'm tired of it. Anyways, let's talk about the cards. Obviously, we got Jeremy Lin, and then Invincible Kareem, Invincible Michael Jordan, Invincible Kobe, Invincible Larry Bird. Just a nice little slap in the face to everybody who grinded for the trophy case one. I mean, I've been saying all year, they're not going to update the card. That's just how it is. It's not going to happen. Like, you know, 2K. We've all played this game for too many years. Also, you may notice my camera is up super high. It's the only way I can get it to work. I will work on lowering it so it's not at such a weird area where you're like looking down on me. And then there's Andre Karolinko, who plays shooting guard, by the way, so he's going to be quite expensive. So let's look at the cards. Let's start with Blake Griffin. Does he play small forward? He does. Small forward Blake Griffin is intriguing for sure. The thing about Blake Griffin is his tendencies are going to be bad, for sure. I don't think there's really any way around that. His release is solid enough, I feel. They're going to give him a size up. He'll be he'll be overall very good, but like, do you really care about Blake Griffin? Not particularly. I mean, he makes the all-Kardashian squad, which is definitely a squad that I plan on building at some point. So I do need a big man because they refuse to put Chris Humphries in the game for reasons I'm unsure of. So Blake Griffin will have to do. It's okay. I mean, he'll be good. He'll be like 30K. Like, that's it. OG Anunoby, does he play shooting guard? He does. He'll actually be a pretty solid shooting guard. Although I'm a little bit tired of seeing OG because we've been seeing him all year. We've actually only seen 3 OG cards, but I feel like all 3 of them were like staples in people's lineups for a long period of time. It's actually been a really long time. It's been since January. I think every year we consistently get OG cards around this time. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I just like don't care about him anymore. He should be good though. His release is gas. Like, did you guys miss me playing with my hair every 5 seconds while I was recording this? No? You didn't miss that with the non-video recordings? Well, it's back. Deal with it. OG should be decent. I gotta be honest. I just don't really care. I just don't care that much. John Stockton, he's a 6'1" point guard. He does have some of the best steal animations in the game. like for sure. I will admit that. It's like usually him, Allen Iverson, Chris Paul actually, and then like Sidney Moncrief usually have some of my favorite skill animations. They get super low to the ground because they're small, wee little guys, and they're able to just tap it out. You know, I don't think that's not what that looks like, but they're able to get this like hook in there and steal it. You know, John Stockton's gonna be okay. It's just like I don't care. I just really don't care about John Stockton because what is he gonna do for me except make the all Jazz team? And then Brandon Ingram, 6'7", 7'3" wingspan at the 2 guard. Just going to be an updated version of this card. We just got him, you know, not long ago, so it's just kind of like whatever. He's going to be good, though. It's going to be this exact card, basically, with a slightly faster jump shot. No, not even the exact same jump shot. Maybe they change it, but I doubt it. And increase defensive badges. Like, that's it. Other than that, it's going to be this card to an absolute T. Now let's look at some of the heavy hitters. We got Lauri Markkanen, who I'm really excited about. Like, this is a card that I actually legitimately want. Like, no question. Did you guys miss the motorcycles, by the way? Is that something you guys missed? Because if you missed it, don't worry. They're back, and they are louder than ever. Let me tell you. God, Josh Smith. I'm just so bored of Josh Smith. I just, like, unless they change his jump shot, which they could very well do, I just, like, don't care. We'll start with Karolinko, actually. Karolinko, once again, just going to be an updated version of this card, just more playmaking badges, more shooting badges. He's going to be gassed. I think they do leave his defensive tendencies alone. Maybe they tweak them a little bit and make them a little bit better. We've noticed them start to improve defensive tendencies a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be all that different than this Supersonic one. This card was already really gassed anyway, so maybe they give him some different dribble sigs. I mean, there's going to be small incremental improvements that people will like latch onto. And then I'm talking with my hands a lot because I'm excited to be back on camera, you know. But I'm sure there's going to be things people are going to latch onto, like, yo, this card is so much better because of this, like, kind of inconsequential thing. But realistically, what we're going to get tomorrow isn't going to be that much better than this Andre Karolinko, just going to have the ability to play shooting guard, right? If you can find a badged up small forward AK, I've always preferred Andre Karolinko at small forward anyway. It just feels more natural. If you can find a badged up version of Supersonic, just go do that because it'll be like super cheap. We'll talk about it in a second. Lauri Markkanen, though, 7', 7'4" wingspan at the small forward. Ooh, that release on quick, actually not too bad. Get that on very quick. Oh, we are looking good. I like the release. It's very easy to green this year. The big difference is they're going to change all his dribble sigs, too, so he's going to be able to move a little bit. I want to see what they do with his defensive tendencies, though, because he has okay defensive badges, but, like, his tendencies are horrendous. So if they up his tendencies, we could be looking at a primo small forward for, like, a mid price, and I like that. I like what I'm hearing there. Chris Middleton, I mean, really? If we're being honest, like, from an impact perspective, I don't really think he does all that much than, like more than Brandon Ingram. Like, Brandon Ingram's going to be a little bit better offensively, but I can't even say that stuff anymore because we're at the stage in June when every card comes out and they're basically maxed, you know? Like, it's really all about, like, skins, player build, and, like, dribble sigs. Everything else is, like, maxed. Every card's going to play defense. Every card's going to be able to shoot. Every jump shot's on very quick. So it's just, like, there's not a whole lot in jump shot. We're still at the stage when jump shot matters. Not every card is going to have the same jumper right now. So Middleton's base I actually think is really good. I'd be willing to say I think it might be better than BI's base, but it's tough. I would say they're pretty close. I actually like Middleton's base a lot. He'll be okay, but ultimately he'll be like 20,000 MT. Josh Smith, I think they do change his release. I just don't know what they change it to. Have we gotten another Jameson? Yeah, we have. What did Jameson get? Jameson got Corver base, so I could see them giving Josh Smith either Corver base or Kuzma base. I think those are the two kind of stretch big releases. So that's actually what I think they're going to do with him. Because they didn't change Odom's release last time in the interdimensional set, did they? No, they gave him Usman Dieng. Why not Seti Osman? So mad. Anyways, Josh Smith should be fine. He's going to play lockdown defense. He's basically LeBron for cheap, which, like, if you're interested in that, cool. If you're not, whatever. I mean, it's fine. Let's see. Now let's talk Invincibles. We got Kareem. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because it's just like There's really no point. They're invincible versions of cards we've already seen. And we got Michael Jordan, then we got Kobe, and then we got Larry Bird. I wonder what they're going to do with Larry Bird. Let's talk about him first. So with Larry Bird, his release is horrendous this year, but I don't think we've seen it on very quick. It's probably not all that much better. So I actually think they probably changed his release. If I had to guess, Corver base would make the most sense for Larry Bird. That just tracks, honestly, it does. Does he play shooting guard? No shooting guard either. That's whack. Larry Bird might actually be the first buyout invincible. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but he might be like the first one in total regardless. 6'9", 7 foot wingspan. It feels weird this year because it's like we haven't seen an elite level Larry Bird card this year. And this is like the first time that's happened in a while. He's never the greatest card in the game, period. But we at least have like a pretty good Larry Bird by June. This year, even when this Larry came out, he was shit. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, he'll be okay. Like, he'll be okay. He'll be objectively okay, especially if they change the jump shot, but we'll see. Kareem's Kareem. I mean, what's more to say? 99 everything is going to have his own base, max tendencies. It's just like, I hate talking about invincible and endgame cards because it's just like, there's nothing to speculate on. There's no sustenance, you know? It's all fat. Michael Jordan, yeah. I mean, this card was essentially invincible anyway. If you look at the card, like, come on, what more could you really have done to this card? The key is, are they going to keep the Kevin Porter Jr. base? Absolutely. Yes, they will. I think they will anyway. So, well, it depends. They might keep the Kevin Porter Jr. base just on this card to still be able to sell this card in super packs, but I think Manute Bol kind of does that on his own. So, yeah, and then we got Kobe. I don't know if they keep his release. I think they do because Kobe sells so much anyway that it doesn't really matter. Is he playing point guard? He is. Okay, yeah, they probably give him Kevin Porter Jr. base, honestly. Kobe will be 2 to 3 million MT just solely for the fact that he's Kobe Bryant. It has nothing to do with anything else. So anyways, let's go over and take a look at the market and just kind of predict some things, you know? Now, when you have a set like we're expecting tomorrow, where it is filled with kind of very high profile names, especially on the top. At the bottom, it kind of drops off, but at the top, for sure. You know, with Kareem, MJ, and Kobe, you're going to see some market deflation for sure. Now, guys like LeBron, yeah, he's not going anywhere price-wise. Giannis not going anywhere price-wise. Like, let's just be real. T-Mac, same thing. But you can get your kind of mid-level invincibles, guys like Scottie Pippen, Anthony Davis, I would say, yeah, even LaMelo for sure, because I kind of forgot Michael Jordan and Kobe both play point guard. Carmelo, these guys are going to be able to get for quite a bit cheaper. They're still not going to be necessarily affordable. Like, you're still paying probably $400K for them or whatever, but they're going to be cheaper. Looking at some of like the Season 7 cards, most of them are super cheap as is, so it's kind of hard to say like some are going to be cheaper, but I mean, you can look to guys like Jonathan Isaac, for instance. Due to Andre Karolinko coming out, he's going to be a little bit cheaper. By the way, Jonathan Isaac's still going to give you like pretty much all of what Karolinko is going to give you, just with like a quote-unquote less meta jump shot, right? I just realized I haven't played Limited at all, and I'm not going to get my ring, and I'm upset. I just remembered this. It's pain. Oh well. Anyways, Limited prizes probably going to be dog shit, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But you're going to be able to see some other guys coming down in price quite a bit. I mean, the super packs have done a lot to nullify the price points in general. Like Vince Carter, for instance, is probably going to be, you know, a lot more affordable now. Which, by the way, for this price, if you're looking for an elite level shooting guard, Vince is the one. For this price, man, he's so good. He's my starting shooting guard right now. He's fire, but I'm also running like a poverty team, so maybe don't heed like squad advice from your boy over here. I kind of want Bernard King, bro. Oh, Bernard King's super cheap. I gotta cop Bernard King. Yeah, that's just like that's a necessity. DeMar DeRozan's actually really good too. I've seen people sleeping on this card quite a bit, and I would put him very close to like the Vince Carter level. I think Vince Carter's a little bit better because realistically it's like T-Mac, MJ, and then kind of like everybody else realistically. Like, who's the other top tier shooting guard? Am I forgetting somebody that's not an Invincible? I feel like I'm not forgetting anyone. I feel like they're all kind of right here, right? Yeah, so I don't think I'm forgetting anyone specifically. So I would say, like, DeMar's up there, probably. I mean, I count Terry kind of in the same place as, like, both the T-Max and MJ at this point. Let me know in the comments. I feel like I'm forgetting someone that's, like, rather important and rather annoying. Like, you know, I don't know, man. Who knows? Ron Artest I've been running into recently. Yeah, that's probably why, because he's a buyout. I've ran into him a couple times. Kind of weird. Like, I don't know where that's coming from. But look, the packs aren't going to be the greatest tomorrow. It's nice that they're 10,500. They are a little bit more affordable, but the odds are going to be incorrect. Like, you're going to look at those odds, and they're going to say 20%. But if you open 10 packs, you're not pulling 2 Dark Matters. And if you are, they're definitely not Invincibles for sure. So, you know, I'll be back tomorrow opening packs as I always do. Spend your friend Sheep Fluids. I'm happy to see you guys again with my actual eyeballs. I guess I can't see you, but I'm happy to be back on the screen again, you know? So, I will be back tomorrow. I hope you guys have a safe evening.